And I think the same thing goes for folks building a custom home.
Yeah.
These questions have to be upfront, or it makes getting the desired result, slightly more difficult.
It's really hard.
Or more expensive.
Yeah.
Change orders, or
it ends up being difficult to backtrack.
Yeah.
And that's why we like to be involved in the process, especially on a custom home build.
Yeah, early
on.
Yeah.
Like
as early as possible.
like making introductions in phase one.
Yeah.
I think that's the best time to do it, so that hopefully we can hold your hand through phase one.
Yeah.
And have input.
Right.
And you can essentially dump all of your ideas onto us, and we're like, all right, so let's take a look at your lifestyle. Let's take a look at how you want to use the home, how you want to entertain in the home, and how you want to feel when you walk in the door.
Oh man, James. Yeah, you just. I just thought of a quote from James. Was that what's the experience when you come home?
Yeah.
How do you want to feel when you come home? What a great question, because intention is everything.
Yeah,
Like,
you've invested a ton of money and potentially years of energy into designing your dream home. And there's a big difference between a house and a home.
Yep.
And my fear for custom home clients is it ends up being a house.
Yeah.
And then they have to take a look around and be like, well, how do I make this a home?
Yeah.
And I think making it a home from the beginning should be a huge part of your intention in the process. And I'd like people to know that that's the stuff that makes the second you open the door.
Yeah.
Not only is it the people that are there, but how you feel.
Well, gosh, I think I remember we met. Was it a year ago? Almost a year ago.
Maybe, yeah.
We met up in Blue Ridge. Very specifically, I remember asking you the question, why did y'all pick the name Soul House?
Yeah.
You kind of answered my question.
Yeah. Every house has a soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to summarize what and why y'all do things. But obviously, having this conversation is a great way to hear more about what that means.
Yeah. I mean, I think we came up with that when we were renovating.
Yeah.
And the idea was to keep intact the elements of that home that made it, that gave it the initial soul that it had.
Yeah.
And then we'd build upon that.
Yes.
So that people weren't buying, empty, flipper special type stuff.
Yeah.
So we put a lot of intention and thought behind making unique choices in every element that we designed in those renovations. And I think in the custom home build process, it should be the exact same.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's not much of a difference.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You're putting things in place, whether it's inside or outside.
The biggest difference is that we're getting to know the person that's going to live there.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus imagining or creating this person in our head and designing for a person we don't know.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the idea of the soul in the custom home is you're building a home that doesn't have a soul yet.
You get to put the soul in there.
You have to give it that.
Yeah.
It
well, that's a great way of looking
history.
at it.
It doesn't have any stories.
Until you put that meaning there, and it belongs to the client. Our job, in your case, you're our client, so we get to partner with y'all to bring that soul to life. This is the one and only soul that's going to go into your place on Cardinal.
Yeah.
And then you do that for the next client. You do that. So we're always, it's that community and that collaboration that we value. I wasn't trying to make you move.
Oh no, you're fine. I realized the Stanley thing was showing, and I was like,
I am spill prone. It does happen a lot. Moment of self-awareness. Thank you though. So if somebody's listening and they're like, I'm in awe of your work. I think I did see somebody say, I'm in awe of your work. It's unreal. I'm assuming they were talking about Soul House, not Raynard.
I'm in awe of Raynard's.
Yeah.
My goodness, some of the stuff you guys have been posting lately, I'm like,
person behind the camera
house.
is the one who makes the stuff look amazing.
Yeah.
So, which is Kaylin.
Yeah.
I'm making her blush. So, but yes, thank you. I think good photography goes a very long way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good photography does go a very long way.
Yeah.
We need some more interior photographers, so I might be calling you.
I think it's the same thing. We've looked through a lot of interior photographers, and there is real estate photography. Yeah. There's Airbnb photography.
Yes.
And then there's
Not.
Interior
Not.
photography.
interior design photography.
Yeah. It's like you can tell who's passionate about the same things that we are, that
Yeah.
feel
You can
the
see
same
it.
things.
You can
we
see it.
feel
Yeah,
when you
because
walk
there's
in.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Lighting.
yeah, and that's how
Yeah.
we want people's homes to feel. Like
Yeah.
there needs to be a perspective and a story
Yeah.
that tells the story of your custom
Yeah.
home.
Right.
You know.
And sometimes I think Seth and I, like, we never go into a project thinking about what the photos are going to look like at the end. And that could be a good or a bad thing, right?
Mhm.
But it's not about that. Like, sometimes, like, with the coffee shop, like, there are things that don't photograph as good as they feel.
Yes. Yeah.
But, like, we want people to walk into that space and feel good.
Mhm.
We don't care about what, like, our portfolio photo looks like. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
That wasn't the point.
Yeah.
It was to, like,
It's
build
inviting.
a space that
You want it to
felt
be inviting.
good.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I think that's hard to
You can't really
think
put
about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
one of the unexpected joys of interior design, especially in a commercial sense where we live,
Yeah.
is that we get to watch other people experience the design.
Yeah, for their business.
Yeah. And we get
Yeah.
to literally like audit our own design by
Yeah.
watching them live
Yeah.
That's
or
cool.
move throughout a space.
Yeah.
And we can make adjustments and edits in our head.
Or in real life, which we've
yeah,
done.
or in real life. which
Because
we've
we're
done,
friends
yeah.
with the owner.
Yeah.
So we're like, hey, we think this
It's
would
a
work
great
better,
place
actually.
to try things out. too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, what I was trying to lead in
Sorry.
is no, it's just that let's say they want to get connected with Seth and Hope. What's your process like? How do you start with clients?